I'll show you how we can print this triangle using Python. So we'll use star to print this triangle. You can also use any other character you want. So if you look carefully, for the first row of this triangle, we have 1 star. For the second row, we have 2 star. For the third row, we have 3 star, 4, 5, and 6. So let me move to our program window. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the height from the user. So if the user enters 6, then it will print the triangle of height 6, and if he enters 3, then it will print one triangle of height 3. So for that, we can get the height using input, and also this input actually returns one string, so we need to convert the string to integer. So here we can enter the message, enter the height of the triangle. So the user will enter the height. Then we need to print all these stars. So for that we need 2 loops here. One loop will run from 0 to height. That means 0, suppose the height is 6, then it will run for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the second loop, that will be an inner loop, that will run for number of times. That means if the outer loop is in the first row, then the inner loop will run for 1 time and it will print 1 star. If the outer loop is in the second row, the inner loop will run for 2 times and it will print 2 star. So let me write the for loop. We can write it like for I in range height. That means the I will run for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 if the height is 6. And inside this for loop, we will write another for loop. Suppose this j indicates this inner for loop. For j in range, we need to write it as I plus 1. So if the I value is 0, then j will run only for 1 time. If the I value is 1, then j will run for 2 times. For this I is 0, for this I is 1, for this I is 3, sorry, I is 2, and for this j will run for 1 time, for this j will run for 2 times, for this j will run for 3 times. And inside this we will print the star. Also use one thing is that print method adds one new line. Suppose let me comment it out everything. Let me write only print a, then print b. Now if I run this program, you'll see that one new line is entered, so a and b is printed here. So for that we need to define it as n equal to this. So let me add it here. Now if I run the same line, okay, let me just remove the comments. Now here the j will print all the stars for a specific row, so we need to print it in the same line. So here we can add n equal to this. Once the line is ended, then we need to add one new line here. So once this loop, inner loop, is completed, then we will add one new line here. So this is used to print a new line. Here this line will print for the inner loop, and this line will be print for the outer loop. That means once the inner loop is ends. Now let me give one height of the triangle as 3. If I press enter, then you can see that it printed the triangle as 3. So to match this height padding, so let me give one space between the stars. Now let me give the height as 3. Then you can see that it printed this 3 height triangle. Now if I print it as 5, then it printed 5. Let me add it as 10. Then you can see that it printed the triangle of height 10. You can also change the character to anything you want. Let me change it to this dollar sign. Now if I write it as 5, then you can see that it prints its dollar. So that's all for now. So I hope that you learned how you can print this triangle. Using the same logic, you can print any different types of triangles. So if you love this video, please drop one comment below and please subscribe to my channel. Bye.